Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online radio box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live, baby. How is everybody doing on today? Man, I'm telling you, I hope y'all getting out here with this Chicago weather, because it was hot before and we winded down just a little bit. I don't know how it's gonna look for them rest of them few days, but we looking pretty good right now, y'all. But yeah, come on, y'all. I'm just grateful for y'all tuning in to the Jeff Releford Show on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So listen, y'all know how I roll. We're gonna do a couple of announcements because I got some things to say, man. I got some great things coming up that I really want to let y'all know about. Really, that's coming up in the woodworks and everything. Michael Lewis, what's good, brother? How you doing, my man? Thank you for always tuning in, listening, watching the whole nine, brother. I appreciate you, big dog. Felice, what's good, girl? Happy Monday to you too, my sister. I need to get back up to the Determined Radio, man. Yeah, we got some stuff coming up, girl. Plus, I like to kick it with y'all up there. Y'all good people. I liked my interview when I was up there with y'all. So let's get it, y'all, real quick. I'm going to let y'all know where we at. Boom, baby. We are here at the Vibe Studios here at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. It consists of Ron Reed of the VNO, what you know, myself of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, Life Coach Jeff, Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, please get to know him, and Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. This is what we do, man. We have podcast shows, we do radio shows, the whole nine, and we also produce these things as well. So please get in touch with us. You know, reach out, the whole nine. We would love to either interview y'all, produce y'all podcast or your radio show, man. We got so much stuff going on. We do documentaries also. So y'all, please reach out if you can. Oh, Michael Lewis says ATL is hot right now. I agree with you, big dog. I know it is. So yeah, once again, y'all reach out to us and we'll be able to take care of you. And also, baby, I have a couple announcements to make. Shout out to TL Williams and his wife, Ruby Go Smoke in the house. They are the proud owners of Shateria Beauty, Chicago's #1 vegan hair care brand, okay? Please, man, they do great things, and they are giving cancer patients back their hair, okay? That's SHATERIA Beauty. Once again, SHATERIA Beauty, okay? So y'all, please tap in. Chicago's #1 vegan hair care line is in the building, Shateria Beauty. And big shout out to Sharbria Shine, okay? She is Northwest Indiana's playwright in the building, okay? She does her thing out here. So please, she has a play coming up called Dr. Love, okay? On Saturday, July 26th, okay? She will be out there. No, I'm sorry. I'm reading the fly wrong. Forgive me, y'all. I'm sorry. It'll be Saturday, October 18th, and Saturday, November 1st are her shows, okay? The first show will be at Westside Theater Guild at 6 p.m., and the second show will be at the Holdcraft Performing Arts Center, 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. in Michigan City, Indiana, okay? So if y'all want tickets to see Dr. Love on Saturday, October 18th, and Saturday, November 1st, y'all go to www.shabriashine.com/Dr. Love. And while we talk about the Shines in the building, okay, her husband, Louis Shine, okay? Louis Shine is in the building. He has the Professional Hoops Association, okay? This man is bringing professional basketball to Northwest Indiana, okay? He has teams. He has great things going on. Big shout out to Louis Shine. He got to sit in here and grace the chair. We talked to him for a little bit. This brother is making it happen. Okay, so for the 18th and the 19th, okay, he's got 2 dates, the 18th and the 19th, okay, July 18th and 19th. They're going to be at the Rittenmeyer Center in Hammond, Indiana, July 18th at 7 p.m. The 2 teams that'll be playing will be Gary United and Valparaiso Victory. That is on Friday. And on Saturday, the Hammond Ambassadors and the Michigan City Lights will be playing also at the Rittenmeyer Center in Hammond, Indiana. That'll be July 19th at 7 p.m. Y'all stay tapped in with Louis Shine and the Professional Hoops Association. This is the preview weekend schedule, okay? Now, listen, I can invite a couple VIP, okay? A couple VIPs. I can invite a couple. So if y'all would like tickets to the Professional Hoop Association's games, these 2 games, like I said, that'll be taking place on July 18th and 19th at 7 p.m., both at 7 p.m. at the Rittenmeyer Center in Hammond, Indiana. Your boy, yours truly, will be covering those games, doing some interviews too. So, yeah, we'll be there for a couple hours doing some things. We're going to get everything hashed out with Lewis, and we're going to make it happen. But, your boy's tapped into a number of things, and we are going to help this wave of professional basketball come back to Northwest Indiana. So y'all stay tapped in. Once again, that's Brother Louis Shine and the Professional Hoops Association. Please, y'all stay tapped in. So, y'all, we got a little bit of conversation for y'all today. Some of y'all have read the post and everything like that I put up beforehand. Some of y'all reading it up now. And we are going to talk about trust today. I need to know, what are you all putting your trust in? Okay. Is it the job? Is it money? Is it people? Is it a person? Are you putting trust in the relationship that you have with somebody? Because let me tell y'all, trust is a very big thing. As I sit up here and I watch all these relationship reels and all these different things, words like narcissist always come up, controlling. I see a lot of dynamics shifting with the conversation with the men nowadays. Men are now speaking out, talking about trust and how their trust is being violated. And I got to say this, women, we've been hearing about this for y'all for years. We know the different ways that trust can be violated, okay, with men. But, for the women out there, as men, we don't talk about these things as much. This is the full forum for everybody. I just want to let y'all know this is a full forum for everybody to go ahead and really bring up trust. So I want to know, what are y'all putting y'all trust in? What are y'all putting y'all faith in? Because real talk, I don't put my trust and faith in nothing but God. I kind of let things kind of roll off my back a little bit. If certain things are meant to happen in my life, it's meant to happen. If it's in front of me, I'm good. If it pulls back away, I'm not tripping about it either. And why do we always have to put our trust and faith in certain things? Is that all that we have really riding on at the moment? Is that the number one thing that's really going to pull us out of a rut that we believe that we're in? Because I want to let y'all know, man, being inspired and trying to stay on the up and up, it's a whole mindset that you have to have with that. It takes something to find the positivity in everything that you do. And y'all, when I say everything, I mean everything that you do, for real. It takes a whole different mindset to do that. So I really want to know, man, what are y'all putting y'all faith and trust in today? And it's okay. And if y'all want to say God, that's fine too. If y'all want to be a little more on the spiritual side and put your faith and trust in that, that works for me as well. But what are those things that we tend to lean on? I talk to a lot of people, and it's sad to say that majority of time when I'm hearing from people, they're putting their trust in these relationships. Okay. Let me tell y'all something about putting trust and faith in a relationship. Sometimes y'all have to be okay if y'all get let down by somebody. Because people all the time, they just going to be people. People are just going to be people. And at some point in time, you have to get to a place where you all right with that person. Let them be them. Sometimes we tend to let our fears get in the way of us meeting new people or creating new relationships with other people. A lot of times that's not a good thing because we tend to block what we can have with somebody, right? Who knows? You might have met the greatest person in the world, but you'll never know because you never let nothing progress. I've been talking to some people, and when I've been talking to these people, they've been putting a lot of their faith and trust in these relationships. Some people have been like, oh, well, maybe I should leave him or her. Maybe because I can't trust them, or they just not doing some things that I would like them to do, you know? So with trust, does a preference come with that as well? If you happen to find the preferred person of your choice, does that make you trust them a little bit more? Or do you feel that trust has to be earned? You know? What's Felice tapping in saying? She says, I don't have a relationship, LOL. So I'm going with me and God. Hey, I hear you, Felice. I hear you, girl. You know, Felice, we got to get you with somebody, girl. We got to get you hooked up. Now, being single is your preference. Because what I just say, we all have a preference. I'm cool with that. You can roll with you and God. We got to get you in the chair, girl. I know you don't do a lot of interviews. You don't do a lot of sit downs with people, but I want to get you here, Felice, because we got to talk. I know we can have some good talk, girl. I know. So Felice says, trust in her and God. Okay, so I'm with it. My man, Track Talk is in the building. What's good, brother? Happy Monday to you. I see you moving around a lot out here, brother. Hey, man, salute to you, all the work that you're doing. You know, I appreciate all the love that you show. You're always tagging a brother in something. I appreciate that, man. Keep me up to date with it, okay? Keep me up to date. What's up? Felice also says, okay, I'll come there for you. See, Felice, thank you, Felice. Thank you. And for y'all listening on the airwaves right now, some of y'all watching, please. Felice is a great person. Felice knows a lot of people. She is very connected in the city. She know what's going on in the house. So when Felice gonna sit in this chair right beside me, you best believe we gonna have some stuff to talk about. Now, I ain't gonna do you, Felice, like y'all did me. You know, I ain't gonna do you like you did me. Y'all put brother on the spot a little bit. You know, me being a life coach, y'all was hitting with them questions, you know. So we was in the game. Dashay, what's up, cuz? How you doing? Ace Boone, hey, right? That's the Ace Boone. I was looking for you this weekend, girl. Man, I'm trying not to veer too much on the topic. Y'all doing real good out here, man. I'm serious. My man, Michael Lewis, what you got to say, brother? He said, I trust God because he has not failed me yet. And he has shown me how being faithful to him leads to more wisdom and prosperity. Okay. He also says, once I'm connected with God, I'm able to move in a better headspace and at peace. All right. Now, I see you, brother Lewis, out here. I see you, brother. I understand what you mean. You know, because a lot of times when you start putting your trust in people, let's be honest. Like I said, people will just be people. The Bible says not to put your trust and confidence in man. That's what it say. And there's very good reason for that. When we're tied to people, we put a lot of our emotions into them, right? We go ahead, we put a lot of what we think people should be back into them. And sometimes when it's not reciprocated back to us, we get upset because we think a person should just be a particular way, right? I don't think that's fair. There comes a time when you have to go ahead and you have to accept people for who they are. And honestly, that is a real big thing with me. Y'all have seen the people I've had on the show and I've talked to, man. It's been all walks of life coming on this bad boy. And what happens is you have to be respectable, okay, to people when they have come from a different or a particular background that isn't the same as yours, right? For me, it just makes great conversation out here. So your boy can just do what he got to do. We sit down, boom, bada bam. Now we wrap it. But when you got that connection with God, that's a different type of enlightenment. That's a different type of enlightenment. And I want to use enlightenment because there are a lot of good nuggets when you start kind of learning some of the teachers. I'm not trying to get religious on y'all, but I'm talking to my spiritual people, for the people that's really trying to tap in and trying to really grow, you know? So I feel you, brother Lewis, on that. For real. When you connected with God, you're able to move into a better headspace and at peace. And with Felice, you know, you talking about you and God. How do you put that faith and trust in God? How do you do that, girl? Is it how you move? Is it how you do things? Is it how you operate? Because that's how I do it. I tend to let things not be fly by night. I just tend to let things be as they are. And however the outcome displays itself, that's just the outcome. A lot of times we try to do things, we try to manipulate outcomes, right? And people, a lot of times, it's not good to manipulate. You know, if you go with the flow and you can take the good with the bad, run with it. What's Michael talking about? He said something again. He said, and I also now see how learning how leaning on God, I'm sorry, not learning. I see how not leaning on God, excuse me, in my previous relationships, it leads to things not working out. So trust in him allows me to see how people move and act and gives me a better understanding of them and just accept them for who they are and let me react in a more positive life. There it is, dog. I love it. I love that, dog. Because really, I'm going to be real honest with y'all, man. That's what will happen. When you start to take, she said exactly what you said. There it is, Felice. I see you out here, sister. I see you, girl. And you know, when you start to do that, that's really what God teaches us. God teaches us really how to just accept everyone for who they are, right? Because he has no respect of person. Now, this is what the scripture be saying. He has no respect of person. So if he has no respect of person, that means there's no big eyes or no little U's out here. So we shouldn't do that when it comes to people. And again, people, I'm not preaching y'all. These are just lessons. Real talk. I'm here to break this down to y'all because these are just all life lessons, right? There's no pressure with the life lessons. You can take it or leave it, however you want to do it. What's good? Born Rich in the building. My man, Rich. Hey, big dog, I love you, brother. I appreciate everything that you do. Shout out to Reveal Magazine. That'll be coming out, I believe, in August, right? In August. Your boy will be on the back cover of there as one of them guys, you know, because we out here doing some good things. My man is going to be in CVS and Walgreens and online. Shout out to the homie Born Rich. He's doing some great things. And brother, I'm just grateful to be a part of your journey. And I'm glad that you let me in, brother, for real, because we bros for real. Yes, life lessons. That's what it is. The Bible is full of life lessons, y'all. And until y'all actually start to understand and believe that part, and to understand how those life lessons then, in fact, pertain to you, then we can see some growth out here in these streets. I'm just letting y'all know I ain't preaching nobody. I'm just giving y'all some life lessons out here. Life lessons. So see, with that trust, there comes a little bit of acceptance. There comes acceptance with people. And I don't know why it's so hard for us just to accept people for who they are. I don't know why it's so hard to do it. Some people I have a real calm spirit about me. And I can tell when somebody who doesn't have such a calm spirit, it irritates them. It nags them when certain things don't bother me and it bothers them. I see that. And I ask myself the question, I say, man, why can't you just chill? There's no reason to be erratic. There's no reason to be all about the crazy. There's no reason to take something up to another level, because I'm going to let y'all know. Scripture says, peace, let my peace be with you. Let your heart not be troubled nor afraid. Or peace be with you. Something like that, but it's dealing with peace, people. I have it right on my forearm. John 14:27. And you know what I do? I actually look it up, because peace is one of those things that we should all want to achieve, people. Now, if you put your trust in your peace, ain't nothing wrong with that. Peace should be something you strive to have. Oh, baby, I'm going to lay it down for y'all. Peace should be something that each and every one of us should be striving to have. Because I'm telling y'all, without peace, your mind can go a lot of places, baby. I'm here to tell you, your mind will go places that you didn't even think that your mind will go, because you lack some peace out here in this world. Trying to tell you. Okay, here it is. John 14:27. This is what I told y'all is on my forearm. I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. It says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. Again, people, just life lessons. To sum it up, peace I leave with you, let your heart not be troubled nor afraid. To sum it up nice for y'all. One day I'm going to have to teach on peace, y'all. I think I might do that. I might go ahead and give y'all a little something on peace, because I see we live in a world today where that's what we lack that a lot. Everybody's mind is thinking so heavily on things. Everybody's always scrolling, looking at stuff, comparing it to their life, when a lot of times We just can't look at what we have right in front of us and be grateful for that. Real talk, y'all. A lot of times we just got to bounce back a little bit, take a breather, and be grateful for what we have. But again, if you're putting your trust in the wrong things, if you're putting your trust in a job, don't ever put your trust in a job, because you know why? You can get another one, right? Just go there and do the work. Just go there and do the work. What's my man Michael saying? He said, I know for me, I put a lot on the significant other I was with because I love them with all my heart and I trusted them with my life. That's heavy, man. For a man to say he trusts another woman with his life, that's heavy. So I know you was in love, brother. He said, not thinking I should have just stayed the course and trust God. Just simply take my time in development of the relationship and trust. And you know what, Michael, I love that you said that, because I feel that what you said is very key. A lot of times people don't understand that it takes time for things to mature. And when God is in that specific space with you, and when you're actually trying to build with someone that you love, you're going to go through your ups and downs. But in order to get through those ups and downs and those tough times, that person also has to be rooted and mean what they say, right? They have to mean what they say. So there definitely is a developmental period. When you with somebody and you keeping God in a relationship, you have to lean more and trust that God is going to shape that. And what I mean by that, let me clear this up, because I'm not saying just say the words that God is going to help you and then you just run off and then that's it. That's not what I'm saying, people. Because see, a lot of people tend to forget that with God or any type of spiritual, you study any type of denomination, you study any type of religion, there has to be some type of action that comes along with that. Well, an action is changing your way of thinking. A lot of people don't understand that. Oh, yep. See, Ovita, I'm glad you came in with that, Ovita. I said that earlier. Yes. The Bible says, put your trust in no man, but in God. That's Psalm 143. Because man fell, but I respect people and accept them for who they are. Boom, Ovita. Ovita, you can shut down the whole show right there. You can shut down the whole show. She just went right to the scripture right there. Psalm 143. Boom. And it's right. You know, when you go ahead and you start putting your trust in people, people are going to let you down heavily. And this is why I understand where Michael Lewis is coming from, because I was once there too. I put my trust so much in a person that ran me. And I had to learn that, you know, hey, brother, you are your own individual. You are your own individual. You are your own person. You don't have to put your trust in a person or in that particular relationship to take you to another level. Because if it's just you and God, at the end of the day, when we talk about that one track, that spiritualness, that oneness, let's be real. That means you are in control of all of that. You are in control of all of your emotions, your feelings, the whole nine. So I now had to stop saying this person made me do it. No, because a person can't make me do nothing. I'm the one that has to carry out the action. Now, can a person be pushed so far? Yes, a person can be pushed extremely far, but it's still up to you to make that right choice. So who are you going to put your trust in? Because let's be real. If you pushed over the edge, you kind of put your trust in something and you're allowing that to run you. No, I don't want nothing to run me. Jeff wants to run Jeff. I think that's the best way to put it. And guess what? I ain't going to have no attitude with people while I'm doing it. I ain't going to be funky with them. I ain't going to be stank. I ain't going to be nothing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut up. I'm going to be quiet. And I'm going to do Jeff. I could talk to you people. We could talk to everybody respectfully, and you could just do you. You don't have to be barking a lot. You don't have to talk orders. You don't have to be rude. You ain't got to be mean with people. Sometimes we just got to shut up. And I'm saying this because I'm talking to myself too. If you get offended because I said shut up, I'm just being honest. Sometimes what we got to do is, baby, we just got to shut up and let things be. But I know that's hard for some people, so I get it. Michael Lewis says, Ovita Ivy, yes, you are spitting all facts, and brother Jeff Releford, speak on it, bro. Hey, brother, I'm just trying to give a little bit to the people. You know how I do every week, so I'm just trying to give a little bit to the people. We also going to be back on Wednesday, too, doing some stuff, and we'll be back on Friday. We're going to be giving a lot of nuggets to the people out here. I appreciate y'all tapping in with the comments. Y'all keeping it live over here. I appreciate that. Thank y'all. But yeah, yo, there's a certain way you got to carry yourself. There's certain things you got to do, right? I said there's action that comes along with a lot of this stuff, y'all. And let's take out, even if we take out the spiritual notion out of it, if you want to have a great life, you still got to make steps to do that. I'm telling you. And a lot of times people, I don't care how much work you're going to do. A lot of times peace within, you can take, like for instance, I want to take a lot more trips this year. I want to start taking trips this year. So that's what's going to happen. We're going to start taking trips this year. But the thing is, I can't put all my peace into that vacation. I can't put all my peace into me wanting to see the world. It's nice to do. But see, I want to be good when I'm sitting by myself and I'm in silence. That's where I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be good when I'm sitting by myself alone and nobody else is around. Like at the studio, many a days, your boy is up here by himself in silence, thinking, about the next move, the way that I want to go, how I want to maximize, how I want to grow everything, the different conversations that I want to have with people. I'm choosing to have that peace and silence, baby. It ain't that hard. Just something you got to work on a little bit. Michael also says, my father always told me sometimes silence is more powerful than anything you say, especially with your actions coming right behind. Oh, Michael, I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back, because he said, my father always told me sometimes silence is more powerful than anything you say, especially with your actions coming right behind. Some of y'all catch that when you get home, baby. Some of y'all might be listening right now. Some of y'all might not understand that. It's you being quiet can have more of an effect on somebody than you opening up your mouth. And what really amplifies that is what comes after. How you move in response to what was given to you. I know a lot of people, when stuff don't go their way, they will be up in arms. They will just be upset. They are putting their trust in the situation, a particular situation or circumstance going right, and them wanting it to go their particular way. That's what it is. They will have a whole fit and be upset. And my question is, why? If I had to tell you, there have been so many times where I've covered events, where I've talked to different people, and I have wanted it to go my particular way, but it did not go that way. Baby, all you got to do is move accordingly. Move accordingly. Nobody's saying that it's all going to be perfect. It's all going to be peaches and roses and cream and all that other stuff like that you love so much. It ain't going to be all that. It's not going to be all those guilty pleasures that you enjoy. It's not going to be happiness all the time. Sometimes people are going to do things to upset you. You could choose to go ahead, step away, and still have your attitude. Let me tell y'all, newsflash people, you stepping away and having an attitude is not going to do nothing for you. All that's going to do is make you even more angry or even more a little upset or perturbed and ticked off about what is already happening. It ain't worth it. Vent to somebody, get it out for a little bit, say what you got to say, and move on. It costs nothing to move on out here. Moving on is actually free. I'm going to say that for people in the back. Moving on is actually free. You don't want to have any stress, just move on. And sometimes we don't need closure to certain things either, people. Sometimes closure is okay if we don't get it. Like, why trip out? There are a lot of things in my life that have been left unsaid. And you want to know something? If I went actually looking and reaching for that, That would be me putting my trust in something that wasn't even going to make a difference. Because guess what? Years down the line, or even moments down the line, it doesn't make any sense for me to have it. Sometimes, people, we got to leave well enough alone out here. Again, y'all, what are y'all actually putting y'all trust and y'all faith into today? How are y'all taking the time to actually analyze and look at what you have going on in your life? You know, what actually brings you peace and what makes you happy? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's a real good Monday. For some of y'all, I don't care if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Some of y'all, this might be the first day of y'all week. This might be Tuesday for some of y'all. This still might be Sunday, because we stream all around the world, people. That's how we roll. We stream all around the world. Had some people listening in China. Shout out to China, because y'all was listening as well. But yeah, it don't matter what day it is. Go ahead and figure out what's going to make you happy today and carry out those things. But don't be so quick to put your full faith and trust in those things that are going to make you happy. Find that within first. I'm telling y'all, I ain't telling y'all nothing that I ain't had to do for myself. People always want to know, Jeff, why are you so calm? I tell you why I'm calm. Because I know at the end of the day, and I'm going to be very honest when I say this, because you can have all the accomplishments in the world. You can have all the accolades in the world. But at the end of the day, none of this don't even matter. Some of y'all catch that. Some of y'all will catch that. Because what matters to me is all of this stuff is happening in my life. This is stuff that comes along the way with me moving. If I was sitting at home doing nothing, okay, I'd be sitting at home doing nothing. I just go to work, come home, go to work, come home, and that'd be it. I would have nothing to show for with my actions. But it's because I have a vision and I have a message that I'm trying to get out to each and every one of y'all. This is why all of this stuff comes. It ain't because I'm just this great person. I'm trying to leave a legacy. I'm definitely trying to do that. But it's just because I'm out here making a few moves. People, you don't have to make a lot of moves out here to make noise. You just got to make a few, and you got to make the right ones. But anyway, again, y'all, stop putting your full faith and trust in all these different things. Start trusting yourself. Let's be honest. Let me break it down to you like this. Let me break it down to you like this. One good one, okay? If you are created in God's likeness and image, okay? If you are created in his likeness and his image, that means you are somewhat a reflection of what God is, right? You are a reflection of what God is. God trusts himself to make certain decisions because he's God. You can trust yourself a little bit to make some right decisions, because if you have a good spirit about yourself, and I would like to believe this is majority of people. I'm not going to say one of those people. I'm not going to be one of those people to say the world is cruel. It's a ugly place and all that. No, I already know evil exists, bad exists, all that. I don't have time to harp on that. I would love to live my life just believing that majority of the people in this world are good. So let's keep it there, right? So if you got a little bit of good in you, and if you want to do the right thing, you have to trust that you're making the right decision with the right intentions in mind. Trust yourself a little bit. If you feel that the God's spirit is in you and you feel that you're trying to do the best that you can, do the best that you can. Newsflash, everybody, everything's not going to be so perfect. So when you start putting your trust and confidence into certain things, be mindful of where you're going and the seeds that you want to plant and the type of impression that you want to leave on people. Oh, because that has a lot to do with it too, people. Oh, man, y'all didn't know we was going to stem on a little bit of this today. Y'all didn't know that. And please understand that silence is golden. Everything don't have to be said or justified. I've gotten to a point in my life, I don't care what people see. I don't care if you think that something is going on and it ain't going on. I don't care what you see. If you see it right in front of you, and I done gave it to you, and I done showed it to you, you can take that and run with it. But I guarantee you, it's never led with negativity. Never. And I go as far as along the lines to say this, okay? I'm going to go as far to say this about myself. If anybody is saying something, it's usually them being negative. And if that ain't you, that ain't you. Because I know my positive people I got around me. Know the people you have around you, everybody. Please know the people that are around you, because there are some people that are placed on this earth that just seem like they are just here to yank your piece away. Again, this is why you don't put your trust in people. Again, life lessons, people. Just don't put your trust in people. Know that you are more than capable of doing everything that you want to do on this side of earth, of heaven, of wherever you believe this is. Just know that you are capable of doing it. Know that it doesn't take a lot to do these things. It doesn't take a lot to find peace. All you have to do is seek it. Wisdom is also something you have to speak of. Michael Lewis spoke of attaining some wisdom earlier too. When you start to put your trust in God at different entities, and when I say different entities, I'm not talking about different gods. I'm just talking about God. And what I mean by different entities is just things that happen, because we all fall victim to putting our trust into different entities, different things that happen around us. So we're more apt to follow that because it looks good to us, right? Like, for instance, I wouldn't make a good decision to partner up with Louis Shine if I didn't think it was a good decision. I wouldn't want to cover the man's games that he gonna have on the 18th and 19th in Hammond, Indiana, if I didn't think it was a good decision. So I did put my trust in that. I had to put a little bit of trust in it. But I'm going to just go, set up, do my thing, and we're going to have us a good day. That's what I'm saying, people. We put our trust in different entities and different things that are surrounded by us, and we don't tend to really know the stronghold that it can have on us until we actually realize that. I'm just trying to cook a little bit. Just a little bit. Y'all, let me just stir the pot up a little bit out here. Because honestly, people, again, there's so many entities, there's so many things around us. We have to know at all times what's going on. We have to know at times what's going on. Self-awareness is great. If you can find a way to increase your level of self-awareness when you are out and about, dealing with people, dealing with instances, because that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is tapping into your self-awareness. Oh, if you can learn to do that, baby, you are in the game. You are in the game 1,000. You will be batting 1,000 out here. And I swear every time you'll go ahead, you'll hit a home run. Because it's not that hard, people. It's not that hard. I try to go ahead and do the best I can to give those life lessons, right? Give those life lessons so you got something to run with. Big shout out to Dinah Lynn Biggs as well. I know Miss Dinah Lynn is listening as well. And I appreciate you. And I thank you, my sister, for tuning in to the show all the time, you know. But yeah, telling y'all. And when I say it's not that hard, please, I'm not sitting up here and saying that I just do it so easily. What I mean by it's not that hard is the fact that you think it's hard because you haven't tried it fully yet. A lot of times, y'all, we believe that things are very hard for us to do because we just haven't given it our all yet. We're ready to give up right when we started because we don't like a level of uncomfortability that's going to bring us. Let me say that again. We don't like the level of uncomfortability or the level of uncomfortableness, if that's even a word. I don't even know if I formulated that right. I'm going to just be real honest with y'all. But we don't like to be uncomfortable. Let me say it like that. We don't like to be uncomfortable. So I would highly recommend that each and every one of us at a certain place of our life, we get to a point to where we will want to be uncomfortable. Complacency is the best form of laziness. Complacency in any way of your life is the best form of laziness. If that didn't stir anybody to get up off their seat and want to change something, come on. I'm telling y'all, complacency is the best form of laziness. And that's with anything that you could put your hand on. That's with anything that you could set your mind to. If you accept it and you choose to keep it there, it's going to stay there because you didn't move with it. You know? And you got to remember, an action always deals with a consequence, whether it's good or bad. An action always breeds a consequence, whether it is good or bad. Remember these things, people. I'm telling y'all, because a lot of us, we sit at home and we try to figure out how can we be better people, right? How can we help ourselves in our lives? How can I just get over the hump of wanting to do something that I've never even done before? Newsflash, a lot of it is because we just haven't put our best foot forward. We're putting our trust in comfort. We're putting our trust in the way that our life is right now at this very moment, and we don't want to change a thing. We don't want to change a thing. I am living witness that if you change some aspects of your life, your boy was married before, okay? And in order for me to achieve happiness, I had to change some things in my life. I'm not going to say I had to get rid of anything or anybody, but sometimes you have to listen to that voice when God is telling you to move on. Because sometimes things aren't going to be good for you or that person if you stay in. And I just want to say I'm glad that I listened to that voice, because I wouldn't be happy now. I was happy before. Oh, I was happy because at some point in time, for anybody that's unhappy out there or feels like they are unhappy in any situation, if you feel that way, you must quickly try to find a way or find that thing that's going to bring happiness to you. Because I get it. It's not a good place to be in. Whether you're in a marriage, a relationship, or you're just not happy with the way that your life is going. You have the power to change that trajectory. Nobody's going to do it for you. I don't care how many men you have in your life. I don't care how many women you have in your life. Nobody is going to do that for you. So until you get into a mindset of saying, hey, I have the power to do this, and you actually get it and you understand it, understand this part. Greater is he that is in me than he who was in the world. That scripture right there. Again, a life lesson. If you believe that God is in you and that power is in you, that means you have the power to overcome anything. But you yet have to believe that. And once you believe that, you can be a very unstoppable person out here. Not to my standard, not to anybody else's standard, but to the standard that you set in place for yourself. And could it be maybe just the standard that God has set anyway? God has actually set the bar high for everybody. He set the bar high so we can all be successful and succeed in whatever it is that we want to do. Like, to me, it's not a news flash. To me, this is not new information. To some of y'all, this could be new information. But I just want to let y'all know the bar is set pretty high to be successful. If you focus on in any denomination or anything that you look at, if you choose to focus on where you are lacking, those are the parts that you'll start to see in your life. If you don't believe me, just try it. If you start to focus on where you lacking at, that's the most of what you're going to see in your life. That's what's going to harbor and manifest, because that's what you're speaking to. But while you're speaking to those things that you lack, have a level of accountability. Please do. Have a level of accountability. Because if you don't have a level of accountability on yourself, placed on yourself, you will continue to just blame other people for your situations and problems. Again, you are putting your faith and trust in people because why? You are blaming other people for certain situations that will go on in your life. And it's not even worth it, people. Can I tell y'all? It ain't worth it. If it was that easy to go ahead and just blame people for what was going on in your life, oh, please believe, Jeff would be doing it all the time. I do it all the time because it would be that easy to just do it, and then we could put the blame on other people. No, baby, it ain't worth putting blame on other people. And please, as a man in today's world, I know back then it was something, but now you definitely, as a man, you definitely cannot blame other people. They will still tell you to buck up and take accountability. I'm just saying, I can only tell you from me being a man, that's how it goes. So shout out to all the men out there who are taking accountability. Shout out to all my women who understand accountability and who can take it. Because not everybody, man or woman, can take accountability. So hats off to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. And yeah, if you out there listening, man, it's just one of those things where, look, I always love and appreciate when y'all comment. I love and appreciate when y'all chime in, because this has been great. Like, for real. Oh, that's true about taking that accountability. Thank you, sir. Yeah, man. Because accountability is a big thing, Michael. Accountability is a big thing. And when you don't take that accountability, again, you start to just blame other people for your situations, for your problems, and everything that goes on. It's not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. And I love it when y'all tap in and y'all really chime in on stuff like this, because this trusting thing is real big. This trusting thing is real big. And I feel that if people could kind of look at what they have their trust in, it'd be easier for them to kind of start sifting through certain areas in their life, right? So they can make situations better for themselves. Because we all have a choice. We can live our life miserably if we want to. That's honest. That is one of the realest things. When I found out how easy it was to accept bad, like, y'all don't understand. It is very easy to accept bad. To the point to where you could think you're not worthy of anything that you're supposed to get in life because you have done bad. That you forget that you also have a story of redemption as well. I'm just saying, y'all, some people forget that they have a story of redemption. And when you finally forget that you have a story of redemption, that is not a good place to be in. You can never be free if you are always held down. You can never be free if you are always held bound and held captive to your past. Come on, y'all. Just saying, you got to watch what you put in your trust in. You got to watch where you're letting certain areas of your life just lay in and fester in. Because if you choose not to grow, if you choose not to want to just grab your life and take it by the horns and do something about it, I'm telling y'all, it's going to slap you in the face every single time. And you are going to be sitting there trying to wonder, where did I mess up at? Where did I go wrong? And it's all because you didn't want to take that time yourself to analyze your life and try to figure out how to make a change. I always tell people all the time, change is one of the hardest things that you're going to have to do. When you start analyzing what you're putting your trust in, change is going to be that mindset shift to think differently and to say, hey, I'm putting my faith and trust in these areas, and now I have to take it out of that to just be cool, to go with the flow with things, and however the outcome is going to be, that's how it's going to be. Oh, you're going to struggle. Oh, you're going to struggle. Oh, you're going to be irritated. You might even be mad. You might have to call somebody and vent. I get it. I understand. And I can say that because I always was not in that place of where it was that easy for me to, be accepting of people for who they are. I used to be very judgmental. I'll let y'all tap it in my life real quick. I used to be very judgmental of people. Very judgmental. It's a complete 180 from who I am now as a person. When I was young, I was just so really, I was going to say a word, but I can't say that. I was just really stuck on the fact that if you were in a bad situation, I know you put yourself there. You know you put yourself there. How can you say life did this to you? And then when I started to learn a little bit more, I get it. I understand how some people can say it, but that ain't everybody's story. So I used some wisdom and I said, you know what? I get it. But I used to be a very judgmental person. And I had to learn how to listen to people from all walks of life. I had to learn and say to myself, look, every individual is different. Here I am. How can I sit up here and say that we all created in God's image and we are beautifully and wonderfully made? How can I say that? But then I can't even accept what he created. That was a real big slap in the face with me. I had to really do some deep diving within myself to say, all right, brother, you wrong. Don't treat people like that. Because treat people how you want to be treated. We always say that's the golden rule, right? Treat people how they want to be treated. And I had to ask myself, Jeff, would you want somebody on the flip side to treat you that way? And my answer was no. So we went ahead and changed. And I hope and pray that somebody changes that's listening tonight. For real, if you have that type of mentality, if you took the time to listen to me, go ahead, change. Be accepting of people a little bit more. Invite people into your world a little bit. I understand we all closed off. We all want to be sheltered. There's a lot of introverts out here. I can be at times, but I also have an extroverted personality. It's times when I need to be quiet. It's times when I can be out there. But anyway, people, listen. I'm so glad that each and every one of y'all really tuned in today, because I'm telling y'all, it has just been a great show. I really enjoyed giving y'all some nuggets. I enjoyed talking about trust and what you're putting your faith and trust into. Understand, people, that if it's something that's going to run you, if it's something that's really going to navigate the course of your life and you are not happy with it, maybe you either need to learn how to change your trajectory or gain more acceptance for it. Learn how these things are affecting you. Learn how they're making you feel. Learn how they're making you have to move in your life. Because I would hate for any one of y'all to be a slave to your own thoughts, to be a slave to your own movements, the whole nine. Be happy with where you at in life. Don't be complacent. Always strive to go higher. Always strive to go higher, but be happy about where you want to be. Get to a place to where you can live a good life, and you want to be free from all that stress and worry and hurt and pain, whatever it is that might cause you to go ahead and try to go off into another way of thinking. Who knows? It might make you go off the deep end. You might need to help yourself out in a little more with that. You might have to help yourself a little more with that. But y'all, go ahead. I really hope and pray that y'all got something out of it. I hope I kind of fed y'all a little bit with some of these words, because, your boy ain't perfect, but I just try to go ahead and give something back to y'all so y'all can go ahead and have something to run with. So, all right, y'all, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to you live on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Man, y'all let your boy get on here every week and talk that talk. I appreciate y'all. Listen, we got a few shout outs. Shout out to Teresa Keys, Julian St. Chris, who will actually be next, coming up on Mixtape Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m. And then from 8 to 10 p.m., we will have Miss Dinah Biggs on the air. So shout out to you, big dog. Shout out to my homie Born Rich, the pastor, also known as Track Talk. Shout out to Miss Angie Love. What's up, my sister? Thank you for tapping in and with us. I got to get you in the chair, Angie Love. You're doing a lot of great things. Cuz, Dashe Keys, Felice in the building from Determined Radio, and Miss Ovita Ivy. BB coming in on the scene late. Look at you, BB. She said, hey, Coach Jeff. What's up, girl? How you doing? I'm getting ready to wrap it up here. Listen, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for listening to the Jeff Releford Show on WCHI Biggs Radio Chicago. And as always, y'all, redirect, regroup, refocus, and I love y'all so very much. And peace out. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay, Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go.